There are two types of people in this world: those who follow the rules and those who rewrite them. The ones who wait to be chosen and the ones who choose themselves. The second group, they're unstoppable. They move differently. They walk into a room and the air changes. They don't ask for permission and they don't need validation. They are the ones who disrupt the system. And if you're here, listening to this, you are one of them. But here's the truth. Your power terrifies people. They don't just see it, they feel it. Your presence alone forces them to question themselves. They start to feel small, insecure, exposed. It's not because you've done anything to them, it's because you exist outside the limits they set for themselves. And nothing haunts weak people more than someone who proves that those limits were never real. Ever noticed how some people get weird around you? How they try to undermine you, compete with you, throw subtle jabs at your confidence? That's not random. That's survival instinct. When someone walks in with an energy that can't be controlled, those who rely on fear and manipulation start to panic. And that's exactly why they want to keep you distracted, keep you doubting yourself, keep you from realizing who you really are. Because the second you do, the system collapses. And to you, the one who was never meant to fit in, the one they fear, the one they can't control, this message is for you. Whether you just found this or you've been walking this path for a while, know this. Your power is undeniable, and the fact that you're here proves it. If you're ready to step fully into it, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and drop 99 in the comments. Because that's the number that signals mastery, the level they never wanted you to reach. And now, let's break it down step by step. Trust me, if you're truly one of the chosen, you'll feel the pull to stay till the very end. Let's get started. Number 1. Your existence alone shatters the system. The most dangerous thing in any system is the one thing it cannot control. You don't need to lift a finger, raise your voice, or even try. Just existing as you are is enough to shake their entire foundation. The way you think, the way you carry yourself, the way you refuse to shrink, it disturbs them. Why? Because you don't fit into their carefully built structure. You are an error in their system, a glitch in their control, and they don't know how to handle you. Society thrives on predictability. They want people to think the same, move the same, follow the same rules without question. They've built a world where most people are trapped inside invisible cages. Cages made of expectations, fear, and blind obedience. But you walked in and broke the lock. And that's why they fear you. They can't box you in. They can't label you. They can't figure you out. And that alone makes you a threat. They look at you and feel something they don't understand. Something raw, untamed, unshakable. Your energy is loud even when you're silent. Your presence alone exposes the limits they've placed on themselves. So, what do? They try to minimize you, silence you, shrink you down to a size they can manage. They say you're too much. They call you difficult, rebellious, even arrogant. But here's the truth. They don't actually want you to be less. They just can't handle the fact that you've refused to be small. Weak people don't attack what they don't notice. They don't react to what doesn't matter. So if they're watching you, talking about you, trying to control you, it's because they know you have something they don't. Power, presence, a mind that doesn't bend. And here's the part that eats them alive. You don't need their approval. You don't need them to understand. You don't need them to clap for you, validate you, or make space for you at their table. You are the table. And whether they like it or not, whether they accept it or not, you are here, unshaken, unapologetic, unstoppable. So let them be uncomfortable, let them react, let them scramble, whisper, and try to figure you out. Their fear is proof that you've already won. Number 2. They fear the unpredictable, and you are chaos. Nothing is more dangerous than a force that moves without warning, without limits, without permission. They don't fear what they can see coming. They don't fear the ones who follow the script, who play by the rules, who react exactly as expected. They fear the unknown. And you are the unknown. Most people live inside a loop, wake up, follow orders, stay inside the lines, repeat. They move like clockwork, predictable, controllable, easy to manipulate. But you don't move like them. You don't react the way they want you to. You don't play the part they wrote for you. And that drives them insane. They watch you, study you, try to figure out what makes you tick. But the second they think they have you figured out, you shift, you evolve, you step in a direction they never saw coming. And that shakes them to their core, because people who rely on control can't handle uncertainty. So what do? They test you, they poke at your emotions, they push your buttons, trying to force a reaction, trying to make you play by their rules. Because if they can predict you, they can control you. If they can put you in a category, they can dismiss you. But here's what terrifies them most. It doesn't work on you. They can't box you in. They can't anticipate your next move. They can't prepare for the power you hold, because even you don't operate from a fixed pattern. You move with instinct, strategy, and precision, not out of fear, not out of expectation. And that makes you untouchable. The loudest person in the room isn't always the most powerful. The most powerful is the one who keeps people guessing, who keeps them wondering what happens next. When they can't predict you, they can't stop you. So let them panic, let them scramble, let them throw their weak attempts to make you explain yourself, conform, or slow down. You owe no one predictability. The more they try to read you, the more they realize you are unreadable. And by the time they understand just how powerful you are, it's already too late. Number 3. You don't ask for greatness, you take it. Power isn't given, it's seized. The moment you stop waiting, you become unstoppable. Most people live their entire lives in waiting mode, waiting for approval, waiting for a title, waiting for someone, anyone to tell them, yes, you're ready, yes, you deserve this. But here's the truth. No one is coming to give you permission. The ones who have power, who make moves, who dominate, they didn't wait. They took. They walked into rooms where they didn't belong and made their presence undeniable. They didn't wait to be called qualified. They became the standard. And the second you do the same, you become a problem. Because you weren't supposed to figure this out. You were supposed to stay doubting, apologizing, asking. That's how they keep you in place. That's how they maintain the illusion that only a select few get to rise. They want you stuck in the cycle of, am I good enough? Do I deserve this? While they take everything that could have been yours. But here's where you break the game. You stop asking. You take up space without hesitation. You speak without lowering your voice. You move forward without a green light. And that terrifies them. Because they need permission to feel worthy. They need validation to take action. But you don't. And that makes you unpredictable, dangerous, a force that can't be controlled. So they'll try to humble you, undermine you, make you doubt yourself. Because the second you believe you're not ready, you'll hesitate just long enough for them to get ahead. That's the trap. And the only way to beat it? Refuse to play. Decide right now that you don't need their stamp of approval. Decide that you are already ready. Because the second you do, their rules, their doubts, their limitations, all of it becomes irrelevant. You don't need permission to be great. You just need to decide that you already are. Number 4. Your presence exposes their weaknesses. Some people don't fear failure. They fear the proof that they never even tried. You walk into a room and suddenly people start shifting in their seats. They make comments, throw side eyes, or act like you're doing too much. But here's the truth. It's not about you. It's about them. Your existence alone forces people to face what they've been avoiding. You don't just stand out. You expose. You expose their limits, their wasted time, their excuses, every dream they abandoned, every risk they were too afraid to take, every version of themselves they buried under fear and complacency. You remind them of all of it, and that burns. So instead of dealing with that reality, they take the easy way out. They project their frustration onto you. They disguise it as backhanded compliments. You think you're better than everyone? Why do you try so hard? Must be nice to have that confidence. But what they're really saying is, I see something in you that I don't have, and I hate that it's too late for me to change. Weak people don't attack mediocrity. They attack what threatens them. If you were ordinary, if you blended in, they wouldn't waste energy trying to drag you down. But you disrupt their comfort. You force them to ask themselves, why am I not rising too? And that's why they try to break you. If they can shake your confidence, they don't have to face their own failures. If they can make you doubt yourself, they won't have to rise to meet you. But let's be clear, that's their battle, not yours. You are not responsible for making them feel comfortable at the cost of your own power. You are not here to shrink so they can feel big. The ones who are ready will be inspired by you. The ones who aren't will try to tear you down. Either way, it has nothing to do with you and everything to do with them. So keep going, keep rising. Let them deal with their own demons. You were never meant to carry their weight. Number 5. The moment they speak your name, you've already won. They don't throw stones at ghosts. If they're aiming at you, it's because they know you exist, and that terrifies them. The moment your name is in their mouth, the battle is over. You've already won. Think about it. People don't waste time on what doesn't matter. They don't gossip about the weak. They don't attack what isn't a threat. The fact that they're talking about you, watching you, obsessing over you, that's proof you're doing something right. But here's the part they won't admit. They fear you. They see someone rising, someone who refuses to shrink, refuses to follow, refuses to be controlled. And that triggers something deep inside them. It reminds them of their own limits, their own wasted potential, their own fear of stepping up. And instead of fixing themselves, they fixate on you. So they do what weak people do. They twist your words. They downplay your success. They try to make you feel like you're not as great as you are. Not because it's true, but because they need it to be true. If they admit that you earned it, that you built it, that you are a force beyond their control, they'd have to face an even harder truth. They could have done the same, but they didn't. And that eats them alive. The funniest part, the more they talk, the stronger you become. Every time they whisper your name, they're spreading your influence. Every time they try to discredit you, they're making sure more people hear about you. Every attempt to bring you down only proves one thing: you are worth talking about. So let them run their mouths. Let them waste their energy. Let them build entire conversations around you while you stay focused on your path. Because while they're busy trying to pull you down, you're too high up to even hear them. You don't need to defend yourself. You don't need to prove anything. Their reaction alone is proof that you've already made an impact, and that's victory. Number 6. Being liked is weak. Respect is power. The need to be liked is a leash. Those who chase it stay trapped. The ones who break free, they own the room. Most people spend their whole lives bending, adjusting, shrinking, all for approval. They hold back their words, dim their light, and shape themselves into something acceptable just to avoid making others uncomfortable. But here's the problem. Approval is a trap. When you live for people's validation, you become their puppet. You give them power over you. The moment their opinion changes, you fall apart. The second they disapprove, you hesitate. And that makes you controllable. But the ones who change the game, the ones who truly stand tall, they don't chase being liked. They don't care about applause. They command respect. Respect isn't about fake smiles, surface-level praise, or how many people clap when you walk into a room. Respect is built on something real. It's about people recognizing your value even if they don't like you. And that's what terrifies them, because respect can't be taken away as easily as approval. Think about it. The most powerful people in history, they weren't loved by everyone. In fact, many were feared, misunderstood, and even hated. But did it stop them? No, because they weren't here to please. They were here to make an impact. When you start moving differently, when you stop explaining yourself, stop softening your edges, stop making yourself small just to be liked, something shifts. You become untouchable. Let them whisper. Let them misunderstand you. Let them get uncomfortable. That's their battle, not yours. Because at the end of the day, their approval holds no power, but their respect. That's what forces them to acknowledge you. And the moment you realize that, you become unstoppable. Number 7. You speak in action, they babble in fear. Lions don't waste time explaining themselves to sheep. They don't understand you, they never will. And that's not your problem, it's theirs. You could explain yourself 1,000 times, break down your vision piece by piece, spell it out in the simplest terms, and they still wouldn't get it. Because you don't speak the same language. You speak in movement, in progress, in execution. They speak in hesitation, in doubt, in excuses. Every time you say, "Let's make it happen," they come back with, "But what if it goes wrong?" Every time you look at the next step, they're too busy looking for the safest way to stay exactly where they are. You don't operate on their frequency. You are wired for action. They are wired for fear. And nothing makes people more uncomfortable than seeing someone who refuses to stay trapped with them. So they do what weak people always do. They label you, they mock you, they call you reckless, unrealistic, too ambitious. They try to make you doubt yourself, not because you're wrong, but because your mindset makes theirs feel small. And instead of rising to meet you, they'd rather drag you back down to a place where they can understand you again. A place where they feel safe. A place where you're no longer a reminder of everything they could be but aren't. But you don't owe them that. You don't have to shrink so they feel big. You don't have to slow down so they can keep up. You don't have to stay small just so they don't have to confront their own limitations. Let them be confused. Let them misunderstand you. Let them sit in the same conversations, repeating the same fears, circling the same doubts, while you build, while you move, while you create. Because the ones who are meant to walk this path with you, the ones who truly operate on your level, they'll recognize your language the moment they hear it. Number 8. True power lies in what you don't say. The loudest in the room is often the weakest. Real power doesn't beg to be noticed. It forces itself to be felt. The world has trained people to believe that power is loud, that the one who yells the most, argues the hardest, or demands attention is the one in control. But that's a lie. The real power isn't in speaking, it's in knowing when not to. Your silence is a weapon they don't know how to fight. It makes them uneasy. It forces them to fill in the gaps, to question themselves, to wonder what's going on in your mind. And that's where the real control is. Weak people need noise. They need validation. They need to argue, explain, defend, justify. Why? Because they're insecure. Because they need to prove something. Because they need the world to confirm they matter. But you don't owe anyone an explanation. They expect you to react, to get defensive, to explain yourself so they can twist your words, counter your arguments, pull you into their game. But the moment you engage, you lose. Because now they have something to work with. Now they've got you where they want you. But when you say nothing, when you refuse to play, when you let their words fall into dead air, unanswered, that's when they panic. That's when they scramble. Because they can't fight what they can't touch. You don't need to prove yourself to anyone. Your actions, your presence, your results, they do all the talking for you. And the most dangerous person in any room isn't the one making the most noise. It's the one watching, calculating, moving in silence. Not everything deserves your energy. Not every insult, every rumor, every pathetic attempt to provoke you is worth a response. You are above that. And when you master the power of restraint, when you learn that silence isn't weakness but control, you become untouchable. You become a force they can't contain. Number 9. You are the rule breaker that makes them sweat. The moment one person proves the rules were a lie, the whole system starts to fall apart. Most people don't question the path laid out for them. They follow invisible lines, obey unspoken rules, and convince themselves that this is just how things work. Go to school, get a job, work hard, wait your turn, play it safe. These rules give them a sense of security, a belief that if they just follow along, life will reward them. Then you came along, and you proved them wrong. You didn't wait for permission. You didn't follow their blueprint. You moved in ways they didn't expect, and worse, you succeeded without obeying their script. That's when the panic set in. Because if you can make it without their rules, then maybe, just maybe, those rules never mattered at all. And that terrifies them. Instead of confronting this truth, they try to dismiss you. They call you lucky. They say you had some unfair advantage. They act like you must have cheated the system. Because if they admit that your way works, they'd have to face the ugly reality. They've been holding themselves back this entire time, and most people would rather protect their comfort than face the truth. That's why they hate exceptions. That's why you make them nervous. Because you represent something they weren't ready for, a reality where the safe path was never necessary, where limits were just illusions, where the only thing stopping them was themselves. They'll try to downplay you, act like you're the strange one, make it seem like you got here by accident. But deep down, they know the truth. You are proof that the game was never real. And once the illusion breaks, everyone starts to question everything they thought they knew. Number 10. You see through the lies, and that makes you dangerous. The moment you see the strings, you stop being the puppet. Most people are sleepwalking, not physically, but mentally, trapped in a loop, chasing things that don't matter, following a script someone else wrote for them. They're told what to believe, what to want, what success looks like, and they never question it. But you woke up. You saw the illusion for what it is, a carefully designed system meant to keep people distracted, obedient, and running in circles while those in power pull the strings. They keep the masses busy with fake rewards, empty validation, and meaningless status symbols, because a distracted mind is an easy mind to control. But you broke the cycle. You stopped chasing approval. You stopped believing success was something handed out to the lucky ones. You realized the truth. Power isn't given, it's taken. And that makes you a threat, because those who see through the noise can't be manipulated. They can't be controlled with fear, with false promises, with the illusion of choice. They don't waste their time playing a game that was designed to keep them losing. And that terrifies the ones who need control to survive. So what do? They try to silence you, discredit you, make you doubt yourself. Not because you're wrong, but because you're dangerous to everything they've built. They know that the moment you step fully into your power, others will see it too. And once that happens, the whole system starts to crack. Because all it takes is one person proving the game was rigged to make everyone else stop playing by the rules. And that's why they fear you. Not because of what you've done, but because of what you could do. Number 11. The higher you climb, the more they fall away. Elevation isn't lonely. It's just that most people can't survive at your altitude. The further you go, the quieter it gets. The people who once stood beside you start fading into the background. The conversations that used to flow feel empty. The connections that once seemed unbreakable now feel distant. At first you question it. Did you change? Did you do something wrong? But then the truth hits you. It's not you that changed, it's that they were never built to climb this high. Power, mastery, success. These things don't come without a price, and the higher you go, the more that price becomes clear. Not everyone is built for this level. It's not personal, it's physics. Some people can't handle the pressure, the responsibility, the discipline it takes to keep climbing. They say they want greatness, but when it's time to sacrifice comfort, distractions and excuses, they fold. They look at you, pushing forward, refusing to settle, and instead of rising with you, they choose to stay behind. But here's where it gets real. Some won't just stay behind. They'll resent you for moving forward. They'll try to make you feel guilty for evolving. They'll downplay your success, act like you've changed, like you think you're better than them. But deep down, they know the truth. You didn't leave them behind. They chose not to keep up. And that's not a loss, it's a filter. The ones who were never meant for the next level will naturally fall away. The ones who can't handle the climb will make excuses to stay where it's safe. And the ones who belong at the top, they'll meet you there. So let them go. Let them misunderstand you. Let them gossip. Let them doubt. Let them stay where they feel comfortable, because your path isn't for them. The top isn't lonely. It's just exclusive. And that's exactly how it's supposed to be. Number 12. They plant doubt because they can't handle your truth. Doubt is the only chain they have left to put on you. Break it and you are free. They don't need to stop you. They just need to make you hesitate. Because once you start questioning yourself, once you pause, once you wonder if you're too much or not enough, they've already won. That's their game. Doubt is their weapon. And the ones who fear your power know exactly how to use it. They won't tell you outright that you can't make it. No, they're smarter than that. Instead, they plant seeds, subtle remarks, backhanded compliments, lukewarm support disguised as concern. Are you sure you're ready? Maybe you should wait a little longer. What if you fail? It's not advice, it's not caution, it's fear. Their fear, thrown onto you, disguised as wisdom. Because deep down, they know if you step into your full power, they will have no excuse for staying small. Your confidence forces them to confront their own lies, the ones they've lived by for years, the belief that success is only for the lucky, that playing it safe is the smart choice, that fear is a valid reason to stay stuck. Then you come along proving that's all *T, that limits are self-imposed, that fear is optional, that power isn't about waiting, it's about taking. And that shakes them to their core, because if you're right, then they've been wrong. If you succeed, then their excuses fall apart. So instead of rising with you, they'd rather pull you back down. That's why imposter syndrome creeps in. Not because you don't belong, but because you're stepping into something most people are too afraid to face. So when that doubt starts whispering in your ear, recognize it for what it is. Not your truth, but theirs. The weight of everyone who never had the courage to do what you're doing, trying to anchor you back in their illusion. But you don't owe them that. You don't have to carry their fear. Let them doubt. Let them whisper. Let them stay behind. You have a different path, and the second you stop seeking their approval, you become untouchable. Number 13. The most dangerous person in the room fears nothing. Power isn't about holding on, it's about having the guts to let go and take more. Most people cling to power like a life raft in a storm, terrified of losing what they have. They hoard, they defend, they play it safe. But here's the truth. Real power doesn't belong to the one who holds on the tightest. It belongs to the one who isn't afraid to lose. Look around. The so-called powerful ones, the ones with money, status and influence, aren't as free as they seem. They don't move to win, they move to not lose. They tiptoe through life, playing defense, terrified of slipping up. Their fear owns them. They think control is strength, but in reality, it's a cage. And then there's you. You are different. You don't grip power with desperate hands because you are power. You don't chase approval, security, or comfort. You move forward, fearless, fluid, unpredictable. That makes you dangerous, not just to individuals but to entire systems. They can't control you. They can't manipulate you with loss, rejection, or failure. Because while they're busy protecting, you're out there taking. While they avoid risk, you make bold moves. While they hesitate, you act. And sure, sometimes you'll lose, but you'll always rebuild, always rise, always come back stronger. A person who fears nothing is a person no one can control. That's why the weak will never understand you. That's why they resent you. Because they are prisoners to their fear, while you walk free. So detach. Detach from their small-minded fears, their desperate need to cling to what they have. Power isn't in holding on. It's in knowing you can lose it all today and still take even more tomorrow. That's what makes you unstoppable. That's what makes you truly powerful. Number 14. You are the storm that destroys their illusions. A storm does not apologize for its destruction. It does not ask if it is welcome. It arrives, and the world adjusts. They want you to be predictable, manageable, easy to control. They want you to move carefully, speak softly, and never disturb the way things have always been. Because that's what most people do. They seek comfort. They avoid disruption. They shrink themselves to fit inside cages built by others. But you were never meant to be contained. You are not the shelter. You are the storm. They can feel it, even if they don't admit it. It's in the way you move, the way you think, the way you refuse to bow to the rules they swear are unbreakable. You are proof that the system is rigged, and that terrifies them. Because storms don't ask for permission. They don't wait for approval. They arrive and they change everything. That's why they want you to doubt yourself. That's why they tell you to slow down, to be careful, to think about how your choices make others feel. But they don't actually care about your well-being. What they care about is control. They want to weaken you, shrink you, contain you, because deep down, they know they cannot withstand your power. But you weren't built for silence. You weren't made to be safe, small, or unseen. You were made to shake the ground beneath their feet. So let them misunderstand you. Let them talk. Let them be uncomfortable. Because the ones who fear the storm are the ones who have built their lives around things too fragile to withstand the wind. And the ones who are ready, they will rise with you. You were never meant to fit in. You were meant to change everything. Power isn't about being the loudest, the most liked, or the most accepted. It's about refusing to shrink, refusing to be controlled, and moving with an energy that cannot be ignored. It's about breaking the illusions, rewriting the rules, and stepping into the version of yourself that most people are too afraid to become. You don't need permission. You don't need validation. And you definitely don't need to explain yourself to people who have already decided to misunderstand you. Let them talk. Let them doubt. Let them project their fears onto you. None of it matters. Because the truth remains, you are not like them. You don't move out of fear. You don't chase approval. You are the force they cannot control. They feel it, even if they pretend not to. They see it, even if they act like they don't. And deep down, they know. You are not here to follow. You are here to disrupt. So let them be uncomfortable. Let them fall away. You are rising. And not everyone has the strength to walk this path. But you do. Keep moving, keep disrupting, keep becoming. Because the second you stop seeking their approval, the second you fully embrace who you were meant to be, you become unstoppable. And now, here's the truth you can't ignore. You were never meant to blend in. You were never meant to live small, to silence yourself, or to seek permission. You are the disruption they fear, the force they cannot control. And the second you fully embrace that, you become unstoppable. If this hit home, drop 77 in the comments, because that's the number of completion, the level they never wanted you to reach. Like, subscribe, and share this message with someone who needs to hear it. The world needs more storms, more power, more you.